Good morning, folks. Today we have cold snap football on the table, and our game today is going to be the Saskatchewan Roughriders are going to be in Winnipeg to take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I'm just going to jump right into it and try and teach it as I go. And first thing we're going to do is going to roll for the kickoff. So whoever gets the dot is going to get the ball. And it is no dot. So no dot Saskatchewan, dot for the home team Winnipeg. So Saskatchewan's going to get the ball. And we're going to go to 5. And we're going to take a look at kickoffs. And kickoffs number 5 is to zone 3. So Saskatchewan will be down here. We're going to do Winnipeg kickoff to zone 3. And Saskatchewan is going to have the ball. Now, the way I play is that I'm going to be the offense for both teams. So I'm going to be the offense for Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. For Saskatchewan, I think my first play is going to be Trevor Harris is going to make a pass to Keyshawn Johnson. Now, I don't use the numbers. I sort of switched over. I used to roll this for people making a catch. So if I roll a 9, it would go to S. Baker. And I've gotten away from that where I'm just picking the receiver, and just for personal preference, I have more fun with that. So it's going to be a pass, and we're going to see what the defense is. Defense is going to be a safe defense, number 3. So it's going to be pass against safe, and we're going to read it as a black and a white die. So that is a 45, and it says home team on offense. Saskatchewan is not on offense, so it is going to be a no, which is an offensive penalty, kills the drive. So Saskatchewan is going to make a pass, and they're going to pick up a penalty, so they'll stay in zone 3. I'll just put down a penalty here, and this is Saskatchewan's offense down here in Winnipeg. I kind of track yards. It's just kind of fun for me. And here comes the punt for Saskatchewan, number 2. 2 on a punt is going to be 3 zones. So Saskatchewan punt 3 zones is going to go to zone 6, which is zone 3 for Saskatchewan. So 1, 2, 3. And so it's 6 for Saskatchewan and 3 for Winnipeg. So Winnipeg has the ball, first down and 10. And what are they going to do? Zach Collaros, I think he's going to try and go to Kenneth Lawler. So we're going to make a pass to Kenneth Lawler, see how that works out. Here comes the play. It is going to be a 1 defense, so it is a deep defense. So pass against deep, number 66. Again, you read the dice, black and white. I go check the charts. 66, 3 or more defenders are rated 2 against the pass. So if we take a look at Saskatchewan, we have 1 who's a 2. And for pass is the top number, run is the bottom number. And 2, 3, they do have it. Now, if Winnipeg would have been in Saskatchewan territory, that 2 minus would change it down to a 1. So they do have 3 defenders. That is going to be a turnover, and it is either going to be an interception or a sack and fumble. So I'm going to roll the die. If it is this, it's an interception. If it's that, is a sack or a fumble. Here comes a turnover. It is going to be a sack and a fumble. So a sack and a fumble for Winnipeg. So Winnipeg goes to pass, and they are sacked. Zach Collaros is sacked right where he's at. It is going to be in zone 6 for Saskatchewan. A huge break for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They pick up the ball, first down and 10. So it's going to have a sack for Winnipeg on their chance. And here comes Saskatchewan. What are they going to do? I think we're going to give it to A.J. Ouellette. We're just going to run inside with Ouellette. Here comes the play, and they're reading a deep. So they think it's going to be a deep defense. So run against deep, number 62. 1 defensive back rated 0 against the run. So we take a look, and we are in Winnipeg territory, so he will be a 0. So the answer is yes on 62. It is going to be a missed tackle and a gain. So we're going to roll the dice, see the gain. It's a 1. It is just going to be 1 zone. So Saskatchewan run is going to be 1 zone. They're into zone 7. And that is going to be a 15-yard pickup for Saskatchewan. They've got the ball again. This time I think they're going to make a pass This time they're going to go to Keyshawn Johnson with the pass. Trevor Harris looking for Johnson. Here comes the play. It is a blitz. So a pass against the blitz, and we're looking at number 16, passers grade A or better. Trevor Harris is a quadruple A, so the answer is yes. It is complete. We're going to roll number 2. It's going to be 2 zones. It is going to be a touchdown pass. So Saskatchewan pass for 2 zones is going to be a TD, and they will take a lead of 7-0. It is going to be, I keep track down here too, so that is going to be 10, a 15-yard pass for Saskatchewan. I'll put a dot for the touchdown, and Keyshawn Johnson will pick it up, and he will get the touchdown. On the reception, it is 7-0 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Here comes the extra point attempt. 31 is good. The kickoff. Now, I rolled this for the conversion and this for the kickoff. So the kickoff is a 1, which means it's going to zone 2. So Sask kickoff is going to zone 2. First down and 10 for Winnipeg. Let's see if they can get something going here. I think Winnipeg, Zach Collaros, he is going to try a pass to Nick Dembski. Maybe a short little pass. Let's see what he can do. It is a blitz. So Saskatchewan coming hard after Collaros. We're looking at a 56. Any DB rated 0 against the pass. Let's take a look. We got a 1, 2. He would be a 1. The answer is no. It is going to be passer Y. Is it greater than 3? Collaros's Y is a 3, so the answer is no. It is incomplete. So Winnipeg pass is incomplete. They're still stuck in their 15-yard line, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. They're having all sorts of issues here today. Here comes the punt. Taking a look at the black die. It is a 5. That is going to be a punt of 4 zones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Winnipeg punt 4 zones. Going to zone 6, and that's going to be zone 3 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So Saskatchewan has the ball. They're going to bring it out. Trevor Harris is going to do a little pass to Sean Bain. Here comes the pass to Bain. It is a 2, so it's going to be pass against deep. Pass against deep, and we're looking at a 62. Oops, that was a 62. It says any linebacker rated 2 against the pass. We take a look at Winnipeg. They do not have a linebacker that is 2 against the pass. Is the passer X greater than 4? Harris is a 5, so it is going to be an XP gain. This is a huge gain for Saskatchewan. X is a go, so we're going to the last column from 4 to 9. It is going to be 5 zones. 5. They're going to be moving the ball here, so Saskatchewan moving the football past 5 zones. They're going to be moving to zone 8, so it's going to be 15, 30, 45, 60, 70-yard gain. They're now up to 85 yards in the air for Saskatchewan. They're on the in zone 1, which is probably the 5-yard line. They're going to give it to Willette. He's going to go to the outside. So an outside run for Saskatchewan. And a 6, they are going to be blitzing. So we use a little different goal line defense when you're on the first zone. So it's going to be a blitz. So run against a blitz. We're looking at a 36. Offense, penalty will kill the drive. So Saskatchewan on the run, they're going to get a penalty. And they'll be stalled at the 8. Do they go for it and go for the field goal? I think you got to take the points. You're on the road. Field goal is a double A. So a double A from zone 1 is 11 to 65. Just about automatic. Here comes the kick. It is good. So Saskatchewan field goal from zone 1 is good. And that makes it now 10 to 7. Kickoff is a 6. So that is going to be an O kickoff. And we have a 3 on the O, which means it's going to zone 3. So Saskatchewan kickoff is going to zone 3. First down and 10 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They got to get something going here. They're not having a whole lot of luck. I think they're going to give it to Brady Oliveira. He's going to run to the outside. Let's see if they can change their luck a little bit. Here comes the play. They're looking deep. So they're looking for a deep play. Run against deep, number 42. Oops. 2 or more players rated 0 against the run in the offensive backfield. And if we take a look, we got a 1, 1, and a 2. So the answer is no. So it is going to be a gain. So Winnipeg picks up a gain. It is going to be a 3, which is going to be 2 zones. So Winnipeg will run it for 2 zones. They will get into zone number 5, 1, 2, and they'll pick up 30 yards on the ground. I think they'll stay on the ground. They're going to run this time inside to Oliveira. Here comes a run against a blitz this time. So run against the blitz, number 53. 1 linebacker rated 0 against the run, and Saskatchewan does not. They have Avery, who's a 1. Thurman's a 2. Rivas is a 2. So the answer is no on 53. And that is going to be a fumble. But Brady Oliveira has the exclamation mark, which it says, so it's not a fumble. It's just no gain. So Winnipeg run 0 zones. We're at the end of the first quarter, so they get nothing there. And at the end of each quarter, each team has to have at least 50 yards in total offense. So I gave them 3. I'll give them 20 for offense. That is the end of the first quarter, folks. It is 10-0 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Winnipeg's got the ball there. They can go for a field goal. He is an A on long ones. Let's see if he can. I need a dot in order to do it. I do not get it, so he cannot try the field goal. So they can either go for it or punt it. I think I might punt. They're down 10 points. You don't want Saskatchewan getting opened up a 17-point lead. Here comes the punt. I always read my dice black, white, and red. So black is a 2. It's going to be a 3-zone punt. So Winnipeg punts 3 zones. We're going to go into zone 8, which is going to be zone 1 for Saskatchewan. So Saskatchewan is on their 5-yard line, first down and 10, or anywhere between the 0 and 10. Here come the Roughriders. They're just going to do an inside run to A.J. Willett. We've got a 3. It is going to be safe. So run against safe, number 25 on those dice. 3 or more players rated 2 against the run on offense. So let's see if we got 2 players. Doesn't look like we, no, they don't have any. They only have 1 person, Furlan, that is 2 against the run. So the answer to that is going to be a no. So he just gets a couple of yards. So no gainer there for Saskatchewan. So I draw a line and I start doing the new yards here because you have to have 50 per quarter. So Saskatchewan run. They are stalled, 0 zones. They're on their 1. They're going to have to punt this ball away. Here comes the punt for Saskatchewan. It is a 3. Again, I always read my dice black, white, and red. So punt of 3 is going to be 3 zones. 1, 2, 3. So Sask punt goes 3 zones to zone number 4, Saskatchewan, or 5 of Winnipeg. Winnipeg gets a big break. Can they do something with it? I think they're going to keep the ball on the ground. They had success last time. We're going to go outside run to Oliveira. Here comes the run. It's going to be a safe defense. So run against safe, number 32. 2 or more players rated 2 against the run on offense. So we're looking for 2 or more players against the run. We have 1 and 2. Yes, we have the 2 players. So we do have 2 players again that are going to meet the criteria. So it is going to be a gainer. Winnipeg running the ball. Number 6, it's an XR gain, which means it's going to be big. Number 4, 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Touchdown, Brady Oliveira. He's going to run it in. So Winnipeg on the run, they're going to go 4 zones for a touchdown. No, these are drives. It's not one play where he ran it for 45 yards. The Express game sort of extrapolates all the plays into into sections. So it's going to be 7 points for Winnipeg. We will give it to Brady Oliveira. We'll just say he ran it in, not necessarily from the 40-yard line. So it's going to be a run. We're going to go for the extra point. And for them, extra point is a double A. 64, this is going to be tight. 61 to 6, 11 to 65 is good. So it is a good, and the kickoff is going to go to zone 2. So Winnipeg kickoff is going to go to zone 2. They have the ball there. First down and 10 for Saskatchewan. Here come the Rough Riders. They lead 10-7. And Trevor Harris has the ball. He is going to make a pass to Aju. Hope that's how you pronounce his name. Here comes the pass. It is a blitz. So pass against the blitz, number 54. It is a sack and a fumble. So Trevor Harris is sacked. And he also fumbles the ball on the 2, which is going to be zone 7 for Winnipeg. Fumble and sack, a huge turnover. Winnipeg now looking to take the lead. They've got the ball. They're going to run it right up the gut with Brady Oliveira. Oliveira's got the ball. It is going to be, they're looking for the run. So it's a run against an up defense. Number 45, run against up 45, home team on offense. They are, so it's going to be a gain. We have a 3. It is just one zone. So Winnipeg run one zone. We are now in zone number 8. And that is a 10-yard run for them. And first down and 10 again. I think we're going to go this time Oliveira to the outside. So again, they're going to run it. Again, it's going to be a blitz. So run against the blitz, number 62. One defensive back rated 0 against the run. They do not have anybody. They're all ones for Saskatchewan. Pretty good defense. You see one, that would be a 1-1-1. So they have nobody that is 0. So it's a no gain. They stop them cold. Winnipeg run 0 zones. They're on the 8. Do they try and go for it and grab the lead, or play it safe and tie this football game up? I think they got to get the points while they can. We're going to try a field goal. Double A from this is 11 to 65. It is good. So Winnipeg has tied up the football game on that big. When you have a turnover, you got to walk away with the points. So Winnipeg field goal from zone 1 is good. And the kickoff is going to go to zone 2. And first down and 10 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders is now a 10-10 football game. Trevor Harris has the ball. They are going to try and put the ball in the air. Going to go over to Sean Bain, I think is what they're going to do. So comes the pass to Sean Bain. And it is we're looking at a safe defense. So pass against safe. Number 45, home on offense. They are not on offense, so it is going to be a penalty. So Saskatchewan pass is a penalty. They're stuck where they're at, so another penalty. Or Saskatchewan, that's their second penalty. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Here comes the punt. It's going to be a 5. That is going to be a good punt. 4 zones, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Saskatchewan is going to punt the ball 4 zones. Goes to zone 6 or zone 3 for Winnipeg, and Winnipeg has the football. Here comes the Winnipeg is down here. Saskatchewan is down there. I should probably put green here for Saskatchewan. Maybe something blue here for Winnipeg Blue Bombers. First down and 10, Winnipeg. They've had all sorts of success running the ball. Maybe throw it up in the air again. They're going to try it. They're going to make a pass. They're going to go to Nick Dembski. Kalaris looking for Nick Dembski. Here comes the pass. It is deep defense. So pass against deep, number 23. 2 or more players rated 2 against the pass on the offensive line. And if we take a look, Bryant is a 2, but that is it. They've only got one guy who's a 2 on the offensive line for Winnipeg. So it is going to be a sack. Zach Caleros is sacked. Great defense by Winnipeg. So they try a pass and he gets sacked. Still in zone 3, and they are going to have to punt the ball away. Here comes the punt by Winnipeg. Oops, I forgot we're in the Canadian Football League, so I'm going to have to make 3-minute warning. We get two different plays, so I'm going to have to slide in an extra play in here. Here comes the punt. It's a 5, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4-star punt. So Winnipeg punt 4 zones is going to go to number 7, which is zone number 2. First down and 10 for Saskatchewan. We've got 2 minutes to go in this football. In the half, it is 10-10, Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. Here comes Saskatchewan. Trevor Harris got it. He's going to go to Keyshawn Johnson with a pass, and it is a 2. It is deep, so pass against deep. And we're looking at a 55. Any DB rated 2 against the pass? Yes, Winnipeg does have somebody who's rated 2 against the pass. It is going to be intercepted unless his Y is a 1. He's not. It's a 2, so it is intercepted. So Saskatchewan is intercepted. They're having all sorts of turnovers here. And let's see how many zones ahead it is. Number 6. It's going to be going backwards. 6 is a TD. 6 zones back. It is caught and run back for an interception. So Winnipeg will get a touchdown on that interception. It is now 17-7. Let's see if they can make the extra point. Harris with the, there it is. It is going to be good. And the kickoff is going to go to zone number 3. So Saskatchewan ball, Winnipeg kickoff, zone 3. So Trevor Harris throws an interception. Winnipeg runs it back in for a touchdown, and it is now 17-10 for Winnipeg. Winnipeg has 17 straight points. We have 1 minute to go. They're on their 35. They're going to go deep to Sean Bain. They'll keep trying to throw the ball. Pass against safe. Number 33, any player in the offensive backfield rated 0 against the pass, and their fullback is a 0. Clint Ratkovich is a 0 against the pass. It is incomplete. So Saskatchewan pass incomplete. They're on zone 3, so another failed attempt. They're going to have to just punt it away. I guess they can try it, but yeah, we'll try one more pass. They don't have much time left. Here comes the pass for Saskatchewan. It is going to be against deep. Just don't want this return for a touchdown. 53, 2 or more DBs rated 2 against the pass. No, they've only got 1. Passer Y is greater than 6. His Y is a 2. It is incomplete. So another incomplete pass for Saskatchewan and Trevor Harris. That is the end of the half. It is 17-10 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Just knock off here. We have 25. We'll give 25 and 25 here. So in the first half, 40 yards on the ground for Saskatchewan. In the air, they had 110 yards passing by Trevor Harris and a touchdown. They only had 10 yards, Winnipeg, in the second half. Unless I forgot to write something down. I don't think I did. So let's just say 40 are left. So we'll go 20 and 20 to make up 50. So that would make that a 30 for the... They had 60 yards on the ground for Winnipeg, and they only had 40 yards. Zach Caleros, only 40 yards on the ground. We're going to start the second half. Here we go. Winnipeg kicked off. So Saskatchewan will kick off, and it is a 1 So the kickoff is going to zone 2. So first down and 10 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Saskatchewan kickoff, zone number 2. First down and 10 for Winnipeg. They've got the football. What are we going to do? Zach Collaros has not done much. Let's go to Drew Wolodarski for a quick little out. Winnipeg needs some passing yards, and it is going to be against safe. So pass against safe, number 25. Any player in the offensive line rated 0 against the pass. And they do. Chris Kolinkowski is 0 against the pass. He is going to be sacked. So again, the third time that Collaros has been sacked. So Winnipeg pass. They are sacked. Tough defense by Saskatchewan. They're on the 2, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. Here comes the punt. Looking at the black die, number 3. And 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3 yard, 3 zone punt. So Winnipeg punts 3 zones. It's going to go to zone 5 or zone 4 for Saskatchewan. And Saskatchewan has the football. First down and 10. Man, they're going to put it on the ground. AJ Willett, we're just going to run it to the outside. And we're looking for a deep play. So run against deep. Could be a big break for Saskatchewan. 41. 2 or more players rated 0 on the offensive line. And they do not have 2 or more players, so it is going to be a gainer. Saskatchewan on the ground, number 3. It's going to be 2 zones. So a Saskatchewan run is going to be 2 zones up to zone number 6. So that's 30 yards on the ground for Saskatchewan. 2 zones. First down and 10. They're in scoring territory. I think they're just going to keep it on the ground. This time we're going to go inside to AJ Willett. And they are expecting that. So run against an up defense, number 66. 2 or more defensive backs rated 0 against the run. Bonds is, and that is all. So they only have 1. So the DB rushes in for a loss. Saskatchewan run 0 zones. They're still in zone number 6. Do they go for a field goal? They're in zone 3. Field goal is a double A. So 11 to 55. I think they're going to try it. 11 to 55. Here comes the field goal. It is a 45, so it is good. So a Sask field goal from zone 3 is good. And that now makes it 17-13. And the Sask kickoff is, we have a 6. So that is an O on the kickoff, and a 1, which is a fumble. So Sask kickoff, Winnipeg fumble in zone number 2, which is 7 for Saskatchewan. So Winnipeg with a huge turnover. It was zone 2. It is going to be Saskatchewan ball as Winnipeg fumbles the kickoff return. First down and 10 Saskatchewan. I think they're just going to run it to the outside with Willett. And they're expecting a deep pass. So run against deep, number 41. 2 more players rated 0 against the run on the offensive line. And, this time they will, because they are over this line. So we have a 0 here and a 0 here. So they have 2 players 0 against the run. So the play is going to fall apart. No gain. So Saskatchewan run 0 zones. They're in zone number 7. And I think do we try and go for it? Or take the points, get to 16. Yeah, maybe take the points. They're in zone number 2. So the field goal is going to be 11 to 65. Here it is. Yeah, the turnover is going to be points. So Saskatchewan field goal zone 2 is good. And it is now 17-16. It's a 1-point football game. And the kickoff is a 5. That is going to go to zone 4. Sorry, zone 3. So it is going to be Saskatchewan ball. Saskatchewan kickoff to zone number 3. And First down and 10 for Winnipeg. What are they going to do? They're having all sorts of problems with sacks. Maybe they'll just try a run. They're going to go outside, run to Brady Oliveira. It is one. We're looking at deep. So run against deep. It is going to be a 24. Two more players rated 2 against the run in the offensive backfield. They've only got one guy, so it's no gain, but we're going to go to a video review. If it's a 6, it is not, so it's no gain. So again, Winnipeg trying to run the ball, a 0 gain. They're in zone 3, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. They lead the game. Here comes the punt number 2. It is going to be a 3-zone punt. 1, 2, 3. Saskatchewan will get the football. So Winnipeg punt 3 zones. To zone 6 of Winnipeg, or zone 3 for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's got the football. First down and 10. Trevor Harris, he is going to go deep to Keyshawn Johnson. One quick strike to try and end this all, and it is an up. Winnipeg is expecting the run, and 14, any receiver with 2 stars. Bain has 1, Johnson 1, Emilius has 2, so it is going to be complete. Saskatchewan on the nice pass. It is an XP. He is going to hit him long. Number 3, it is 4 zones. So Sask pass is going to go 4 zones to zone number 7. That is going to be a 60-yard pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're down to zone 7 or down to about the 15-yard line. First down and 10. Trevor Harris, I think he's going to keep throwing it. This time he's going to go to Emilius. Here comes the pass. They are blitzing. So pass against the blitz. We got a 64. Any linebacker rated 0 against the pass. Take a look at Winnipeg, and Wilson is going to be a 0. Big Hill is a 0. The answer is yes. This is going to be complete. Saskatchewan with a quick comeback. 5 zones XP. It is going to be a touchdown. Sask pass 2 zones for the touchdown. The Saskatchewan Roughriders have come flying back. They now take a 23-16 lead. Do they go for 2? I think you got to. Then you got a 7-point lead. Maybe just take the points. I think I'll just take the points for right now. So that was a 15-yard pass. So we're up to 75 for here. The pass was to Samuel Emilius for the reception, and is now 23-17 for Saskatchewan. You can always get a single, so maybe we'll just take the 7 points and be happy. Here comes try the extra point attempt. It is good, and the kickoff is going to go to zone number 2. So Sask kickoff to zone number 2 for Winnipeg, and Winnipeg now has the ball on their 15-yard line. So that is the end of the third quarter. It is now 23-17. We'll have to give 25-25 for Winnipeg. Their offense was stagnant. First down and 10. What do you do, Winnipeg? They're not getting anything on the ground, not doing anything in the air. They're going to try a pass. They're going to go to Dembski, a little short pass. Get something going here. Pass against deep. Number 53, 2 or more DBs rated 2 against the pass. They have 1 but not 2. And, passer wide greater than 6. No, it is incomplete. Oh my gosh, Winnipeg. Pass is incomplete. They're on their zone number 2. Man, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times they've tried throwing the ball with no luck. They got to punt the ball away. They can't give it up here. Here comes the punt. It is a 4. So that punt is going to go 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Saskatchewan football. So Winnipeg punt 4 zones to zone number 6 or zone number 3 for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's got the ball. They were lucky with in the air last time. They're going to keep it in the air. They're going to make a pass to Sean Bain. Here we go. Winnipeg's expecting it this time. Pass against deep, number 25. Any player in the offensive line rated 0 against the pass. And no, Saskatchewan has a good offensive line. Nobody is a 0, but it is still going to be incomplete. So Sask pass is incomplete. They are in zone number 3, and they are going to have to punt the ball away. They've got a 6-point lead. Here comes the punt. It's a 1. It is a terrible punt. It is only going to go 2 zones. Winnipeg catches a huge break. Sask punt 2 zones to zone 5 for them, or 4 for Winnipeg. Winnipeg's got it at the 45, their own 45, first down and 10. Now, do they pass or do they run? They haven't had much success in either account. They're going to do a little pass to Drew Wolodarski. It's got to change their luck at some point. Pass against deep, number 63. It is intercepted. Oh my gosh. And number 6. How many zones back? 5 zones back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to be intercepted and run back for a touchdown. Saskatchewan. Winnipeg pass intercepted, returned for a TD. So he gets intercepted again. They run it back for a touchdown. Here comes the extra point. The extra point is good. The kickoff is going to go to zone number 3 for Winnipeg. So Saskatchewan kickoff to zone 3. That's the second pickoff that's gone for a touchdown in this football game. First down and 10. Let's go inside to Oliveira. They're getting a little gun shy. They're reading deep. So run against deep. Number 31. 1 player rated 2 against the run in the offensive backfield. Yes, Oliveira is a 2. So it is going to be a gain. Finally, some positive for Winnipeg. It's a 4. It's going to be a 2-zone gain. So Winnipeg run 2 zones. They're now into zone 5. They'll pick up 30 yards on the ground. 1, 2, first down. Here comes Winnipeg. They're going to do same thing. Maybe run to the outside. Scared to throw the football. Run against safe, number 25. 3 or more players rated 2 against the run on offense. So if we take a look at it, let's see if we got 3 guys. Dobson is 1. Oliveira is 2. They only have 2 guys that are rated against 2 against the run. So it is just going to be a couple of yards. So Winnipeg run 0 zones. They're still in zone number 5. I think they got to go for it. They are down by 13 points. We have 9 minutes left to go in the football game, folks. I think they have to go for it. So Winnipeg's going to make they're going to make a pass. They're going to go to Nick Dembski. Little short pass for a first down is reading deep, number 42. So pass against deep, 42. Any tight end or wide receiver, 0 against the pass. They have Dembski 2, Wilson 1, Oliveira. No, they do not. So it is going to be complete. Winnipeg, and it is going to go for 2 zones. So Winnipeg gambles. They get it. Pass 2 zones. They're into zone number 7. So that's 30 yards in the air. 1, 2. Here comes Winnipeg. They're knocking on the tables. Do you want to run it or do you want to pass it? This time we're going to go to Kenneth Waller with a little pass. See if we can get it in right away. Pass against deep, number 42. Any tight end or wide receiver, 0 against the pass. They do not have anybody, so this is complete. Same play. They need a 4. It is going to be 2 zones. It is going to be a touchdown. So Winnipeg pass 2 zones for a TD with 5 minutes to go. 7 would make it 24. I think they're good with that. They're not going to go for 2. And so it'd be 10, 15 yards on the pass completion. and it went to Kenneth Lawler for the TD. So Lawler is going to get credit for the reception on the TD. And let's go for the extra point. Extra point is good. Kickoff is a 4. It is going to go to zone number 3. So Saskatchewan has the ball. Winnipeg kickoff, zone number 3. First down and 10, Roughriders. They have a 30-24 lead. We have 12 minutes. We have 3 minutes, about 3 and a bit minutes to play in the football game. Probably 4 minutes to play in the football game. Saskatchewan ball. What do they want to do? They've had more success in the air. They're going to go to Samuel Emilius, just a short little pass. And they're blitzing. Here comes the blitz by Winnipeg, number 32. 2 or more players in the offensive backfield are 2 against the pass. They do not have it. It is incomplete, but we could have a video review. We get a 6. They don't. So it is going to be a Sask pass. It is incomplete. They do not get a gainer on that one, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. Here comes the punt. It is a 5. It is a good punt. It is going to be 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Winnipeg ball. So Sask punt, 4 zones. It's going to go to zone number 2. First down and 10, Winnipeg. They're down by 6. Winnipeg has the ball. First down and 10. What do you want to do? I think they're going to give it to Oliveira on the outside. Start safe against the blitz. So run against the blitz, number 65. 2 or more linebackers rated 0 against the run. They do not have it. He is flattened. So Winnipeg run. 0 zones. They don't get anything from Oliveira. They're going to have to go for it. This time a little short pass to Dembski. Here comes the pass. It is a 3. It is going to be pass against safe, number 35. 35 reads 2 or more tight ends or wide receivers rated 2 against the pass. Dembski is a 2. He is the only one. It is going to be incomplete. So Winnipeg pass is incomplete. In zone number 2, which is zone 7, Saskatchewan will take over the football, and they have about a minute and a half to go. They're just going to give it inside to Ouellette on the run, and they're looking for a pass. They're looking for that quick strike, so it's going to be a run against deep. Number 26, 1 player rated 2 against the run on the offensive line. And they do. Furland is a 2 against the run. So it is going to be a gainer for Saskatchewan. Number 6 is an XR. And they are going to run it in for a touchdown. So Saskatchewan with the run, TD run, it is going to be 10, 15-yard run in for a touchdown by A.J. Ouellette. His first touchdown of the game on a run, and they'll just take the extra point. Here comes the kickoff. The extra point is good. Kickoff is going to go to zone number 2. First down and 10 for Winnipeg. Zone 2. They're just going to do a Hail Mary just to end this football game. Here comes the pass. It is pass against the deep. Number 24, any player on offensive line, 2 against the pass. Yeah, Bryant is a 2. So, it's still incomplete. No rest for the wicked. Winnipeg, incomplete. That's the football game, folks. 37-24 for Saskatchewan. They will defeat Winnipeg. Second half, 45 yards for Saskatchewan on the ground. They had, we'll have to give this 35 here, 110 yards in the air for them, 55 for Winnipeg on the ground in the second half, 70 in the air. Totals for the game, 85 yards for Saskatchewan running the ball with 1 touchdown. For Winnipeg, Saskatchewan had 220 yards in the air, 2 TD passes, 115 yards running for Winnipeg. And in the air, Zach Collaros only had 110 yards. He did have, I think I may have missed a run there. So final score is Saskatchewan 37, Winnipeg 24. And that's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.